Hey y'all, EMV here. On one of my streams last week, I gave a masterclass where we talked about top tier augmenting on a budget for all classes. The video you're about to watch is going to show you the best parts of that, but at the time I only had Microsoft Paint to work with. So for the video, I've rebooted those diagrams and slides in 4K Ultra HD. Please note, the player shop's prices are known to change on the fly, and some of these prices may be slightly off at the time you're watching this video. But don't worry, because everything should be even cheaper now compared to the time when it was recorded. In fact, almost all the top tier augments are going to be absolutely free for the release of the event exchange shop, which should be live at the time you're watching this. This is my first serious guide video. I'm trying out some different styles of content, so let me know in the comments below if you like this video or what you'd like to see more of in future productions. You may have heard there's a new final boss in Alpha, and it's not Dark Falls or a reskinned enemy, but with your help he can be defeated. Yes, I'm talking about the algorithm. All the likes, subscribes, and shares are all it will take for us to defeat him. I know you guys hear that stuff a lot, but it really does make a difference. Anyway, I hope you learned something new from the guide, and feel free to share it with anyone who could use a current, up-to-date budget list for the meta augments and gear in Stia. Don't worry, I'll be back. Next week for another video. Okay, really quick guys, I'm gonna get out my notepad too. We're gonna need a notepad for this. Or we'll use Microsoft Paint because you guys are more familiar with Microsoft Paint. Okay. Blue is ranged. Red is melee. Yellow is technique. These are your three potency types. For example, this works for armors too, by the way. So I bet you didn't know this, but armors have potency attached to them inherently. These are blue because I use blue weapons. Ignore that weapon, it's a yellow one, we'll get to that later, but these are blue. You can also see these numbers changing on the bottom. Those show your potency. You want at least 80 potency, 80% potency, at least. And we can get that really cheap for you. If you have 50% potency, or heaven forbid less, you ain't doing it right. Eclairs are the best armors for just raw damage. And here's why. Every single armor piece, if you go to the second tab, tells you. This gives you 4% flat potency with nothing on it. A lot of people don't know this. There's a second tab on your armor on the item details. Now, it doesn't give you any HP, it doesn't give you any PP, and it actually does lower your damage resist by 5%. But remember, we don't care about that. We're just doing glass cannon.
I'll do you for that. You what? Come here. What are you gonna do? Bleed on me?
There's nothing that's higher than this. 4% is ridiculously high. People love this armor. You gotta be level 65 to equip these. Once you get to the end game, currently the meta is Eclair armor or Ajax is really nice. Now, why is Ajax nice? It gives you damage resist. A lot of melee players actually do value damage resist because not everyone can play perfectly like me and not get hit. It gives you 30 HP. It gives you 5 PP. It gives you an extra 6% damage resist over Eclairs. And you're only missing out probably on 0.5% of potency because you're probably only going to use 1 or 2 of these at most for your class. Now, people like the Ephitus for one reason. So, okay, back to what I was saying though, like blue, right? Remember blue? Ranged, the gun, the blue gun, 3%. And also tech for some reason. That's what Belta does. Arga, red. This is melee and ranged. And your Shiza is going to be your ranged, your melee and your tech, but it's yellow. So the reason people like these is, I'll show you. So you can actually get these for free. These were the first armors to really drop at the beginning of Stia, end of Kavaris. So they got replaced by Ajax, which dropped from the new urgent quest, and Eclairs, which I think they dropped from like PSE zones and Stia later. But the thing people do like about these is there's red box armors in Stia, the new region, and just so happens the Ephetus Beltas have Mastery 4 on them. These are pretty cheap on the market. If you do want a Mastery 4 on your armor piece, you can pick up, you can get these for free if you get on the map and get the red box armors. I could get you guys a map. If I make a real video of this, I'll put the map in somewhere just for you noobs who don't know. I'm a noob because I don't even know. I haven't even gotten all my Ephetus. But people do like these because, and if you need some money too, go pick up these. If you're not going to use them, go pick these up. Just crack the red boxes, kill the bots, and they'll come with a Mastery 4 on them and these other trash augments. But you're going to replace the trash augments except for maybe the Precision 4. And just keep the Mastery 4 because it costs a lot of money to put a Mastery 4 on something. So that's why people do. Some people will be running Ephetus because they can get a free Mastery 4 out of it. Where else was I? Okay, so you wanna affix your gear, right? Let's say you're a melee guy. These are all the same. Every single one has a stat 4. This is super simple. Like Might 4, there's a Precision 4, there's a Tech 4. These cost 1k each. Get 10 of them, that's 10k. I mean, who doesn't have 10k? You get 200k a week from doing your weeklies, man. Get some of this stuff. This stuff drops like hotcakes too. You can farm this. Just play the game and you're gonna have the stuff in your inventory. It drops from Geo right now a whole bunch. It drops from the urgent quest a whole bunch. So we have your first augment. All right, let's go back to our sheet. All right, here's your first augment. Dum-dums. Stat. Oops, we're not gonna use that color. What color are we gonna use? We'll use purple. No. We'll use a custom color. We'll use my color, mint green. You guys can't even read it. So first, you're gonna get stat 4. That's your first augment. It's easy to get. Every class has this. You have this on all the classes. You have Precision 4, you have Might 4, and you have Tech 4. That's your first augment. Really cheap. Next, everyone, this really should be first. You want a soul. It gets a little complicated with souls. So here's a good soul. It's really cheap right now. Okay, it used to be when more people were running the urgent class. It's still pretty damn cheap. This gives you flat potency 3%. This is a nice soul. If you do the urgent quest for Aegis, this drops pretty commonly. You get like 3 of them. It'll give you everything. So you're going to want to get soul 4. Now this is where it gets a little bit complicated. Aegis would give you every stat. Dolder soul is probably the best range soul. 2k, my friends. You get 3% potency, a whopping 15 HP, 5 PP, and all you're losing is some down resistance, whatever that means. What is down resistance? Anyone know? If you're melee, you're gonna want freed soul probably. This is the alternative. You can see the stats are exactly the same. The only thing we changed was we changed to melee potency. Same 15 HP, same 5 PP, same down resistance minus 10%. Now, these only have an 8% success rate. You're going to want to buy 10 of them, but that's only 20k. So we'll do a budget. We'll do a budget after this. These are ship to prices right now, and they may change. Disclaimer. Let's say you're into tech. What's the tech soul? Oh yeah, it's Nils. 3%. Again, 15 HP, 5 PP, and this down resist thing. So Nils soul. That's your yellow one. So we got our souls. Hold on. We kind of fucked up a little. Let me try something. All right, so Dolder soul for range, right? precision. Why did this thing get so skinny? I thought I had a different, like a thicker brush. Ooh, calligraphy. All right, I'm getting distracted. Next, the melee soul. What did we say that was, boys? Oh yeah, that's right, freed soul. Am I spelling this right? Oh my god. All right, so maybe this isn't the next Photoshop. Close enough. All right, this one, and then for this one, nils. If you're really cheap, doable's pretty good. Okay, if you don't have a lot of money, doable's gonna be a decent bet. You get 2.75% potency from this. That's like 1/4% of potency. And unless you're in velocity, you don't care about that. You just want to like not pull your hair out because you got A rank on Aegis Falls and your teammates just kicked you out of the alliance because you're a leech. All right, if you're in that, this is for you. Dual. Okay, so now we're gonna do the dual ones. These are gonna get a little complicated because, like I said, if you're melee, there's crossover. So Melra, melee ranged, you're gonna want to get the 4. You could use Melra or Raw Tech. If all you want is the raw, you can use either one of these, whichever one's cheaper. If all you want's the range potency, it's probably gonna be Raw Tech because no one combines these two. If you're combining ranged and tech, you're probably playing the game wrong. So you're gonna want to get a doable 4. Just to make it really simple, I'm gonna go through them. You're gonna have 2 options, so I'll put both on here. So first option is gonna be for precision. You're gonna have Mel Ra or Raw Tech. Doesn't matter. I just want to make it all fit together. All right, that's as good as it gets. Okay, so you can use either of these. I'll draw lines at the end and we'll so they don't get all mixed up. Melra or Raw Tech. For melee, Melra or Mel Tech, right? And Mel Tech's gonna be the melee tech one. Are you guys learning a lot? I hope you are. Yeah, Spirit, I'll mess with the shop itself later. This is not going to be a video about how to use the shop. That was just like a little tip. I'm probably going to also do a YouTube video about how to use the shop though. And I'm going to need you for that. For sure. So for this, again, we have Mel Tech or Raw Tech, right? Because he has the tech. This is going to be one of your key augments. We're going to do a budget at the end too. We're going to see how much this shit actually costs to do, so you guys can quit making excuses about not making your gear. Like, I gotta save my money for fashion. Like, dude, like fashion is way more expensive than this, and this will make you, and not only your life better, it'll make anybody you randomly get matched up with happier. So we're already halfway done. What else? I recommend Gigas. Now, you guys are probably cheap as fuck, so you're not going to be able to get a Gigas 4. That's pretty expensive. You got to also factor in, you're going to have to get 10 of these things, and you got to get that fashion. I mean, how else are you going to get the balloon bosom for 7 mil if you're spending 1.5 of it on Gigas Might 4, which you don't even care about? So don't worry about it. Just get Gigas Might 3. It's almost as good. So that was 3%. This is 2.5%. It's only 0.5%. Now it's going to add up in the end because you're going to have this on 4 pieces of gear. So you got to factor in that's going to be what, 2% that you're losing. That's kind of a lot, especially when you're doing it when you're cheaping out on every augment. So yeah, just get a Gigas 3. That's our next. That's our 4th. Next is Gigas. Now where do I don't know what happened to my mouse right there. I think I'm going off the mouse pad. Gigas. You're probably going to want 3 because you're broke, but you could get 4s if you want to actually have good, decent gear. But if you're getting 4s, you probably don't want dual 4. Anyways, this stuff's super simple. We're going to go back to basics. The precision Gigas is called... Yeah, that's right. You guessed it. It's just like your stat 4. precision. Melee. You're right. You guessed it again, guys. It's might. And technique. Yep, that's right. It's technique. Good job. I'm proud of you guys. I think we're really making a lot of progress here. What's our last augment? Our last augment, you've got options. Alt Secreta 4, is that what you're saying? Yeah, that's one of your first options for sure. Alt Secreta 4 it's a little expensive though, but it is an option. Now, what does Alt Secreta 4 do? The thing that's good about 4 is it is only 2.5% potency, but additionally, it gives you floor potency. And remember what we said earlier about how half of floor potency is roughly equatable to potency? So this is really like more than 3% potency. That's not really the best way to look at it, but it is one way to look at it. The better way to look at it is it's going to start stacking your floor potency. And there's other augments that give floor potency as well. So it's kind of like raising your lower damage by quite a bit, a bunch. You have Neos weapons, which have a bunch of variants in their damage. They hit all over the place. And this is going to get you in those upper ranges you want to be in. Now, the drawback is negative HP. That is a negative sign, and negative damage resist. This is going to make you squishier. Some people don't like it because of that. So, yeah, this is one of your options, though. Another option is, and you can always drop these down to 3 if you're a cheapskate like me. Dread 4 is a really good option, especially if you're melee. This gives you the 6% floor potency. It gives you more damage resist. It gives you HP and PP. It's all positives with Dreadkeeper. That's why it's more expensive. People like this. We'll start writing these down. These are your options at the bottom. These are not going to be specific to what damage type. Everyone can use these because they're going to be giving you all potency. So your options for your last augment are going to be Alt Secreta 4 or Secreta. Dreadkeeper 4. You got another one, Stia Domina. These give you 3% flat potency, and you do have the caveat of losing 2% damage resist, so you just gotta deal with it. Sorry. I'll say stay away from super augments. If you're using the super stuff, don't do it. It's not they're too expensive and they're not good anymore. That's only 2%. They're too expensive, and the reason they're expensive isn't because they're good. It's because the stuff that drops them, no one runs anymore. So no supers. Like I said, Mastery 4, if you did get those, Mastery 4 is a great augment. Don't buy these unless just don't buy them. If you do get like one, right? Get one and wait till the boost week, and unless it's already happened, and you'll get, just hope that you hit the 40% chance and use a 30% augment aid. Don't get 10 of these. No one wants to spend 5 mil on Mastery 4 unless you're Velocity a couple months ago. Sorry, Velocity. Not sorry. The Mastery 4 is an option. That's pretty much all your options. Don't get the other Dominas, they suck. Another option that I didn't say, oh, it's not there. Instead of Stat 4, you could do Def Stat. I didn't want to overcomplicate things, but Deft is pretty nice. Oh, and an Addy. Addies. I'm not going to get into which Addy to get, but if you have the money, Addies are definitely your last slot. Def Might, 1K. And so this gives you 2% melee and 2% floor. Which, remember what we said earlier, half of floor is equatable to potency, so that's 3% melee potency overall. If you do have other stuff like Dreadkeeper, or Alt Secreta, if you want to get your floor up, you can replace your Giga 3 with like or your dual. Honestly, I would replace the dual with like an Alt Secreta or a Dreadkeeper or a Mastery 4. Mastery 4 also has floor potency. And then you would want to run like a Def Stat. If you have a Neos weapon, I think Def Stat is better than Stat 4. I run Def Stat on some of my stuff. That's pretty much it, guys. I'll put some lines in here so it's How do I use the line tool? Isn't there a line tool? Draw straight lines. Oh, whatever. I'll try to draw straight lines. Oh, that's pretty good. Oh, it started out pretty good, right? That one was good. I started out good and then I just fuck it all up. So this is our chart. What the fuck is my mouse doing? Okay, we're not writing anymore. Yeah, we'll just draw lines. Tic-tac. You guys want to play tic-tac-toe? Oh yeah, I forgot about How Finale. Good call. Yeah, okay. So this is the budget. This is the budget, but we will put it on there. So this is 4% potency across the board. How do you make a How Finale? That's when you combine all the dominants together. And if you want to do How Finale, make sure you're only rolling them at one at a time or something and getting lucky. Bingo for what augments your DFA pub will have mixed on their gear. Yeah.
This is our morning bingo group.
It's like a bingo card.
As you can see, the neighbors come together to play bingo. Hi, everybody.
Touche, my friend. Exactly. I mean, the dual 4 is pretty shit. Honestly, your dual 4 can I forgot. Also, Addy. These are your options down here. And the ones on the right side are better than, well, no, these are all really solid augment. The only one that's not as good is 3, but this is, you know, you can always bump it up to a 4. You guys understand this? This makes sense to you guys? Okay, now one thing I want to do is actually a full budget. So let's get the calculators out and let's see how much this would actually cost a noob in your the noob that's in your DFA run. Let's see how much it would cost him to fix his fucking gear. What is this? 30k, 80k. So this is 300k. For 1 mil, you could have fixed all your armors. Now that seems kind of expensive, but it's really not. How do you guys not have 1 mil to one time fix your gear for like 6 fucking months?